Upside Down and Backwards is a 6-part series, and although the same characters appear in several episodes, there seems to be little to no plot. The structure is confusing to say the least, and the acting, specifically from the one that appears to be the main character, is nearly unbearable. That being said, I cannot stop watching this shit. It's like an ugly little manatee I can't help but fall in love with. Here's the deal. 5 episodes of Upside Down and Backwards were shot and uploaded to YouTube. The 6th and final episode was never completed. Fortunately for you, the missing script was recovered. Now, please enjoy a dramatic reading of the final episode of Upside Down and Backwards. Previously on Upside Down and Backwards.
I would like to propose a toast to Hannah for landing her dream job.
Tonight is about Halloween. It's the one night of the year where you can be anything that you want to be.
You guys are gonna love her. Hey, Hobbs.
Dot, she is so cute. Please can we keep her?
Now I'm gonna introduce you guys to a little thing I call witch's brew. It's my own personal concoction, and if you have some, I guarantee you will have a Halloween you will never forget.
Never forget.
Let's get spooky, bitches! Upside Down and Backwards, Episode 6, the final episode. Interior apartment afternoon. Dot wakes up in a panic. The words, "Who are you?" are crudely written across her forehead in permanent marker, and she's still wearing her Halloween costume from the night before. Hungover and disoriented, she jumps off the futon and runs into Hannah's room. Dot violently tries to pull the sheets from the tangled, snoring lump of sparkles and mascara beneath them. She finally yanks the sheets loose, only to find Hannah's feet resting on her pillow. Dot runs to the other side of the bed where Hannah's head hangs over the edge. Dot. Hannah! I can't remember what happened last night. Hannah opens one eye and reads the words written on Dot's forehead. Hannah. Who are you? Dot. What? Oh God, this is worse than I thought. Hannah groans and rolls over. Hannah. What time is the landlord coming over? Dot. No. That was today? Dot runs into the kitchen and starts to clean up. She scoops armfuls of garbage off the floor and tosses it into the trash can. She starts towards the living room to continue her sterilization of the house, but she stops, frozen in the kitchen doorway. Something strange has caught her eye. Slowly, she peers back into the trash can. Is that what she thinks it is? She cautiously reaches towards the mysterious object. Suddenly, her face contorts with disgust, and she yanks her hand back out of the trash. She gags and runs terrified back into Hannah's room. Dot. Hannah, wake up! There's something in the trash. Hannah. What? Dot. There's a in the trash can. Hannah. I'm not sure I'm understanding you. Dot. There is a human severed in the trash. Hannah, half asleep, goes to the kitchen to investigate. Arms crossed, she skeptically looks inside the trash can. Suddenly, Hannah is wide awake. She throws her hand over her mouth and nose. Hannah. This is disgusting! And terrifying, honestly. What kind of sick joke is this? I mean, where could this have even come from? The girls slowly look at each other as if they might be realizing the same thing. They run into their roommate's room and whisper frantically at each other as they tiptoe towards his bed. They gingerly lift his sheets to check in between his legs. Hannah. Oh God. Dot. Well, it's definitely not his. Roommate. Whoa, what the hell? Dot throws the sheets back down and backs up towards the wall. The roommate, let's call him Calvin for the sake of this story, Calvin sees Dot's graffitied face and screams like a little girl. Dot. Seriously? A girl sits up in bed beside Calvin, rubbing her eyes. She is in her Halloween costume as well. Cat ears and whiskers. Calvin notices the girl beside him in bed and screams again. Mystery Girl. Can everyone stop yelling? Mystery Girl notices the words on Dot's face. Mystery Girl. Who are you? Dot. Who am I? Who are you? Calvin. Yeah, who are you? Mystery Girl. Seriously? Hannah. Okay, guys, we have a very serious issue on our hands. There is an actual human severed in our trash can right now, and I don't know whose it is or where it came from. Dot. And the landlord is going to be here in an hour. Calvin stands over the trash can with a pair of tongs, his eyes fixated on its contents. Calvin. Why do I have to do this again? Dot. Because it's more than likely that this is somehow your fault. Mystery Girl. I'll do it. She grabs the tongs from Calvin and yanks the out of the trash. Hannah holds out a shoebox and Mystery Girl drops it in. Mystery Girl. There. Calvin stares at Mystery Girl and whispers to Dot. Calvin. Okay, I should not be turned on right now, right? Dot. Ew. Hannah. To Mystery Girl, her voice full of sarcasm. That's a great cat costume, by the way. I wish I could have thought of something that original for my costume. Hannah walks away and rolls her eyes. Calvin. Oh my God, the cat. Where is the cat? Where is Hobbs? Calvin desperately searches the house, screeching Hobbs' name. The girls go to the living room to sit down. Dot. Okay, we can handle this. We just need to come up with a plan. Calvin. You guys don't understand. That wasn't my cat. I was borrowing it from the neighbor. Dot. You were borrowing it or you stole it? Hannah. Okay, I think we should try and see what the last thing all of us remember is. Dot clenches her eyes shut, searching the depths of her brain for any fragment of a memory from last night. All she can hear is Calvin's voice in the same sentence over and over again. Flashback to past episode. Calvin. If you drink this, I guarantee this will be a Halloween you will never forget. Back to current episode. Dot. Okay, the last thing I remember is him promising us a Halloween night we will never forget. And you know what? This is the first Halloween ever I have immediately forgotten. Calvin. Okay, let's not point fingers. Dot. We need to call the cops. Hannah. Are you kidding me? We can't call the cops? She whispers to Dot. For all we know, it was one of us that did it. Dot, sarcastically. Yeah, that does seem like something you would do. Hannah's eyes widen. Hannah. I know. Calvin. We could put it on Craigslist. Mystery Girl. Okay, although these are all brilliant ideas, you do realize there is really only one thing we can do with it, right? Calvin. What? Mystery Girl. We have to bury it, somewhere no one will ever find it. Dot. I think she's right. Calvin clenches his teeth and turns to Dot. Of course she's right. She's a f***ing cat goddess and I don't stand a chance with her. Exterior, woods, later that day. The gang walks through the woods holding a shovel and a shoebox. Dot gets down on the ground and starts to dig. By the time she has dug a decent-sized hole, she is out of breath and covered in dirt. Hannah puts the box into the newly dug hole. Dot starts to cover it up with dirt, but Hannah stops her. Hannah. Wait! Hannah pulls some glitter out of her pocket and blows it into the grave. Whew. Dot. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Calvin. Wait, shouldn't we, say something? Dot turns to Calvin, her face sweaty and smeared with dirt and permanent marker. Feel free to stick around and get caught. I, on the other hand, plan on having a future outside of prison. And if you don't mind, I would really appreciate it if you could stay as far away from me as possible from now on. You've been nothing but rude and annoying since you moved here, and now because of you, it is an actual possibility that last night I chopped someone's off. Dot storms off. Calvin. Hey! Dot stops but doesn't turn around. Calvin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I just wanted you guys to like me and think I was cool. I'm sorry that I've been kicked out of the last 7 apartments I've tried to live in. And I'm sorry I thought we were friends. Calvin looks as if he might cry. Dot hesitates for a moment before she turns around. She looks at the girls who look back at her, waiting for her reaction. Dot looks at Calvin. Dot. No, I'm sorry. Calvin bursts into laughter. Dude, she thought I was serious. Dot. F*** you. Interior, apartment. One by one, they walk through the front door, all of them in a daze. Dot and Hannah head towards the bedroom. Hannah. I'm going back to bed. Wake me up when the landlord gets here. Dot. I'm just gonna lock the door and act like we aren't here. Calvin and Mystery Girl go sit on the futon. Calvin. Hey, can I tell you something? Mystery Girl. Yeah? Calvin. I know we only met like a few hours ago. Mystery Girl. We met last night. Calvin. Tomato, tomato. Point is, I feel like you get me. And to be honest, I kind of meant those things I said earlier. I do just want them to like me. And I've drank that stuff 1,000,000 times, and I've never woken up with a dick in the trash. I've had some mild hallucinations, but never anything that messed up. You think they'll forgive me? He turns to look at Mystery Girl, but she is no longer there. Instead, Hobbs, the missing cat, has taken her place, and is staring right back at him, with her big yellow eyes, as if to say, Yes, Calvin, I think they will.